Look on me more than. It's Ashley David here, otherwise known as Stefan A.D. David Wade, the 360 artist. Yeah. You've seen the clips, you've seen the promo, you've seen clips of the video, you've heard the song, and what else? You know there's an animated movie coming soon to the 360 artist platform. I'm gonna get into all of that, but before we even go through all of that, run my intro, man. My name is Stefan A.D. David Wade. Welcome to Behind the Creation, where we go behind the scenes of all my productions. And you get to see the making of all the music from my label, Addmore Entertainment. And if you're looking for natural, raw, unfiltered content, Behind the Creation, that's where you need to be. Let's go. All right, so welcome back here on my channel, the 360 Artists, where I'm gonna unpack and break down the creation of pretty much every release that I put out. So yeah, Santana, most of you probably see in all the clips and stuff, and you might see a few inconsistencies, some might not. I shot that about a year ago, believe it or not. And it was basically after I was working in Hollywood. I went back to my company, Addmore, and I literally came straight from Canada and went straight into the studio and recorded the banger. No, I'm joking. I went there and recorded 2 tracks with SSK, and then we mixed it down with our engineer and producer, Hypertone. And then, yeah, it was like a week later, I called up the team. I was like, yo, Ash. Ashwin was like, yo, what's good? I was like, yo, James. James Edge was like, well, what are you saying? I was like, call the team. So like Superman, Justice League, the whole team got together. David Wade produced the video with myself. Ashwin was DOP alongside James Edge. And we basically had 3 hours to shoot Santana. Yes, guys, 3 hours. Anyone who's shot a video before, you know it's pretty much impossible. Or it's a drag, and it's very hard to do that and keep quality and maintain. But that video was literally a week after recording it. I was like, yo, let's just cut something real quick. Book the studio location. And I've done this before, innit? I've done many high profile shoots where I've had to just be fast and on the ball. And being a 360 artist myself, obviously I direct, I produce, I write, I songwrite, I do scripts, I do graphics, marketing, branding for all of my work. So there's a lot of things that I do and can do. But I've got a team now. There's a young director named Ashwin, and he's working on our team. Ashwin is dope. Like, he's pretty much the tech whiz when it comes to film. And then obviously, me being a senior, I have some of my experience working in Hollywood, working on sets and doing all the other stuff that I do in film and creativity. So me and him gel really well together. And James is someone that I've known for years. James, I worked with him when we worked for Sony. I was an event manager doing a Sony tour up and down the UK. And James was one of the people on my team. And I kept basically booking James as the first person on my team because we just had a really, really good chemistry. And from then, we've just been boys. And whenever I go studio, James needs to be there because the energy and the vibes that we get, it just helps me to create. And so when that happened, I obviously called them up. James was actually there when I recorded Santana at Sean's. When I was doing the track with SSK, it was just weird. It was like we got into the studio and he played me a few of his tracks. And I was like, okay, cool. And I literally just jumped straight in and I just put the vibe down and he was feeling it. Put another vibe down, he was feeling that. And those 2 tracks became the first 2 singles of the project that I'm about to drop. So I then went back to my studio with Hypertone and we recorded Santana. James was there, he filmed a bit of it in the studio session. And obviously a week later, that's when I hit up Ash, hit up the Addmore team. And I literally just called all of my family, well, the guys anyway, who were available. So I called up, who was there? Well, not all of them, there was quite a few though. I got loads of family members and we're all in like entertainment, music industry, management, and that's just one side. There's also the creative side, like my mother's side, where the artistry, like the art, fine art, graphics, the media side of that comes from. But my dad's side, I called up Deanie Boy, who's the oldest out of us that was in the video. So Deanie Boy is my cousin, he's a producer. Check him out, he's doing some amazing stuff right now. A lot of his tracks are, of Cash's tracks, I think Deanie Boy's produced quite a few of them.
Gonna repatriate. I'm gonna need gonna repatriate. I'm gonna need the cash. Yeah. Pounds and dollars. Put 50 in the shooter's hands. Call that a pinky promise.
As well as the Western track, Wagwan. So check that out.
I don't need no. I don't need no. I don't need no. For that Wagwan. See me on the front line. Me I see you one time. Wagwan for that Wagwan.
There's Javan, my cousin. Before I even get to Javan, there's Shay. Sorry for calling out your government name, bro, but it is what it is. That's my other cousin. That's Dean's younger brother. And then there's Javan, obviously. Javan is an actor. Some of you know him from Man on the Wall, Shira's Story, and others may know him from Doom Patrol as Cyborg.
You're Cyborg.
You can call me Vic. Vic is very charismatic, very athletic, very confident. Name's Vic.
So you're some sort of big city hero.
I wouldn't say that.
And he's currently ripping up Hollywood at the moment. He's working back and forth between Atlanta and LA. And then the group that I manage alongside my business partner David is J Montel, and that's my brother and my little cousin's group. So Javan's younger brother.
It's the time is out the yes songs. They may look the same, but we move different.
Sorry, Jay. And Jazz is my younger brother, otherwise known as Months.
So I really want for talking. Only when I hear the money calling me. One look, yeah, she on me. Me not really hear the man marking it.
They are in J Montel.
We might just take big flight to Central Bay. Hey. I got my foreign clothes to match my pay. Hey. And I just pulled up quickly with my dogs. Oh.
So check them out. I've done some work for them. I've been working with them, obviously managing them since they started. And they're signed to our label. So we've just been doing a lot of work with them. And if you check out their material, I shot the music video, what track was it? Sancho Pay. And Kevin Hudson was the DOP, but I directed that shoot in Saint-Tropez, France with them. So you can see bits of the stuff that I've done around the team and the people that I work with. But yeah, back to Santana. We had 3 hours to shoot. We didn't even have makeup, all that sort of stuff. It was literally a rush project. I was like, guys, let's just get some footage. The last song that I dropped was Touched.
When we touch,
When we say, yeah.
you know heaven.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna love you like I love you, baby. Nobody can control you like a roller coaster. Nobody's gonna touch you like say you're the goddess. You've been touched. You've been touched by the heavens. Yeah.
And Touched is a part of a short film, which I'm also pitching in Hollywood for a full series. But I shot a film / pilot for that project. And it was with the intention that I was gonna obviously put Touched out first and then drop the full project, which was the short film. And that would be a setup, a pilot for the series movie. So Touch was the last thing that I'd done. But before I literally even got a chance to get around to it, that's when I started working with John Boyega.
Damn lane. Oh, we flying. We gonna tweet. Oh, we gonna tweet on that.
Went straight into being his assistant on Pacific Rim at the end of that film, and then assistant on Star Wars. Meanwhile, I worked between a co-producing film role and a head of A&R of his label at the time. So obviously when I left that kind of fold, I was back to Addmore with my original team, and I was obviously working on my own material. So I've got obviously a bag of projects that's lined up that I'm going to drop. Anyway, Santana came, we shot it in 3 hours, literally moving from one set to the other, one area of the big building to the other, and literally I was like a slave driver just whipping everyone. I'm joking. It was more or less just me, like, guys, being able to handle short time periods and get the best out of it. That was obviously a test of my experience. And so it was a case of organizing the whole team, Ash, James, David, all of the people that came on set. Simone, Elise, I think that's her name, Ella Simone, was the beautiful black girl in the video who was in the bedroom scene reading the comic. Her young artist called Alfie came down with some of his people. And yeah, so there was quite a few people that came down. And it was just a case of managing all of that in 3 hours, getting out, and then that was it. And then Santana was sitting there.
Good, want look nice, want somebody to spice up life. Yeah. Local dealer get you high faster. Amen, them say inshallah. Them yeah. Life get hard sometimes, my brother. Santana, look over the tunnel. Global teacher trading when you styling, when you waiting. Still no. Open up my camera, my dog, pretty lady. Cool up dims, cool up Yara. Link business through phone like charger. Cool up Kizzy, cool my Brenda. Head top shine and slender. If you want look good, want look nice, want somebody to spice up life. Anything you want, yes, me have it. And if me don't, then me links them have it. Yeah. Life gets hard sometimes, my brother. I be the plug them call Santana. Phone book full with links that's smaller. Anything you want, just come me Santana. Anything you want, just come me Santana.
Now, the beauty of that project was I already shot an animation, but straight after uni, me and my team, two of my friends that graduated as well, one named Russell Pointer, shout out Russell, and goes by many names, one of the dopest animators I've worked with from since uni, and I think Ashley Straker on background design, we've always worked together. That was my main team that I used to work with on like animation projects. And so Santana was actually animated for a different music video. This was years ago, like when I was maybe 21, I think, no, maybe a bit older. Anyway, it was animation that was done years ago. And I didn't like the video, so I didn't put it out. So then I went back in the archives and I pulled out the animation from Santana, and it was for a different project. The project was called Mercy. So we didn't release the Mercy track and we didn't have the animation. We just kind of shelved it. So I've always been a person of collecting material and making sure that I've always got, if I don't use a project, I save it. And there's a lot of animation projects in the past that I've done that with. So we brought the artwork back, and then when I recorded Santana last year, it had a ring to it and it kind of fit the character of the animation. So within that period, I literally called up one of my writers on my team, his name's Charlie, and I was like, yo, I got a story idea. So I wrote a Bible treatment after leaving the Hollywood kind of setting. I wrote a Bible treatment, and then me and Charlie sat down. I wrote a first draft of a script for a Santana animated movie, and then I sent it off to Charlie, and Charlie done worked in the first draft and just kind of condensed my writing to get a nice first draft. And then, yeah, so all through the period of planning promo and getting ready to release music again, I managed to put the animation from the old project into the Santana music video we shot within 3 hours. And then after that, it just came to me editing the footage. So I put all the shots together, edited it, and then I pulled in Ashwin. Ashwin will normally come over my shots if I've edited it and just either clean it up, add a few things in there, filters, effects. And then once that's put together, we would obviously release the project. So obviously animation came, put animation together. Santana now is obviously a short animation I'm gonna put out, but it is a pitch for a film. So that is an animated movie which I have written. There's a full script for it. There's a graphic novel already written for it. It's just a case of now pitching that project in, going back to Hollywood, back to the film scene, and now pitching the animation alongside the project. So that is Santana. I spoke about the single. I spoke about the animation. Make sure you go out and grab that, download that, add it to your playlist, run up the tune, watch the video, watch the animated pilot, and then hopefully it'll be coming to a cinema or online platform very, very soon. And that's how this project kind of works. So guys, if you want to learn more, you want to hear more from me, you want to get some of the free spreadsheets and documentations that I'm going to release to you guys to help you improve or learn what I know in the creative arts, make sure you join my community, and you can do that on the 360artist.com or the 360artist.com. Join my community, learn. I'll be doing regular videos where I talk about graphics, branding. I'm going to teach you guys how to become a 360 artist, how to produce your own content from birth or creation to release to afterwards, okay? Join it, and don't forget, if you want to stay in tune, like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, check out Ashley David ENT for my music, my Ashley David Vivo account for more projects that's going to be released in regards to music, and stay tuned on the 360 Artist platform, and you too can become a 360 artist like myself. Dare to be different, dare to be you. Shout out, man.
Ashley David Wade, the 360 Artist. I am your self-mastery mentor. Don't forget, you can join the community on Facebook, or you can go on the 360artist.com, where guess what? You can book a mastery consultation on the arts, on self-mastery. I'll see you soon.